Word of the day is vote bank. As with every election result, the analysis is on which vote behaved how. Analysts say that the Congress suffered reverses in Haryana when it comes to Dalit, OBC and even Jat votes. But there is one vote bank that is still steadfast behind the grand old party, the Muslim vote. The community has once again voted strategically and powerfully, and the message sent out is clear that their vote will be used intelligently to ensure that the party best suited to defeat the BJP be strengthened, and that too in an unprecedented fashion. There can be no better example needed to understand this phenomenon than one seat in Haryana, that of Firozpur Jhirka. Congress's Mamman Khan won this seat with the largest margin in the entire state. He polled 1,30,497 votes against the BJP's 32,056. These were the votes polled by BJP's Naseem Ahmed. Mamman Khan's margin of victory alone was 3 times the total vote that his closest opponent got, a whopping 98,441. In 2019 as well, Khan had won, but at that time his victory margin was just 37,000 votes, which means that his margin of victory alone has tripled since 2019. And his vote share, that today stands at 72%, has also jumped by a mammoth 14.5% in comparison to the last election. Incidentally, all the major parties like the BJP, JJP, INLD, Aam Aadmi Party, they all fielded Muslim candidates from Firozpur Jhirka, which is a Muslim majority seat. But 75% of these voters consolidated behind one party and one man, the Congress's Mamman Khan. But who is Khan? Let's introduce you a little bit to his background. Earlier this year, he was booked under the Stringent Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, or UAPA, over his alleged involvement in the deadly violence that took place in Haryana's New district, claiming at least 6 lives. In his final report, the police charged Khan under sections 3, 10 and 11 of UAPA for inciting violence along with other charges. This came nearly 6 months after a Braj Mandal Yatra by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad was attacked on the 31st of July last year. Stones were pelted at the devotees, the police were attacked and their cars set on fire. Among those killed were a cleric, 2 home guards called Neeraj and Gursevak, and Bajrang Dal member Abhishek. But Firozpur Jhirka isn't the only seat where massive Muslim consolidation took place behind the Congress. The New district, with 79% Muslim population, is home to 3 Vidhan Sabha seats. The Congress has won all 3 of them like last time, but its vote share has gone up in this district significantly. This year, the Congress got 64% votes in the New district, whereas in 2019 this figure stood at 44%, which means that in the last 5 years, the vote percentage for the Congress in this district went up by 20%. Across the state, the Congress fielded a total of 5 Muslim candidates and all of them won. In addition to Firozpur Jhirka, the Congress won the New Assembly seat. From here, Aftab Ahmed won with a margin of 47,000 votes and a vote share of 59%. Then there was Punhana. Here, Muhammad Ilyas won by a margin of almost 32,000 and a vote share of almost 58%. Then in Palwal district, the Congress won the Hathin seat, where Muhammad Israel beat BJP's Manoj Kumar by a margin of over 32,000. His vote share, that of Muhammad Israel, was over 42%. And finally, there is the Jagadhari seat in Yamunanagar that saw the Congress's Akram Khan winning by a margin of close to 9,000 and a 37% vote share. So the question is, are Muslims voting for the Congress come what may? No. Remember what I said in the beginning. The Muslim vote goes to the party that they think is best equipped to defeat the BJP. In most parts of the country, that party is the Congress. But in some states, they choose a regional party over the Congress if that regional party is stronger. For example, there was the TMC in West Bengal in the Lok Sabha elections. And this time around, in Jammu Kashmir, the Muslims have consolidated behind the National Conference. They chose the NC over the Congress. And nothing illustrates this better than the seats where the Congress and NC went head to head. Now, there were 5 seats in Jammu and Kashmir where the two allies engaged in a friendly fight. These seats are Banihal and Sopore, which fall in the valley, and Bhadarwa, Nagrota and Doda, which fall in the Jammu area. Here's what is interesting. In the 2 seats that fall in Kashmir, and where the population is overwhelmingly Muslim, the voters chose National Conference over the Congress in both the seats. Of the 3 seats in the Jammu region, 2 went to the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party won from Doda, which underlines the fact that in Haryana the Muslim voters thought Congress is their strongest bet, so they united behind it. But in Kashmir, the National Conference is still their first choice as a more formidable and vocal opponent to the BJP. So a lot of people will ask, what is wrong with Muslims voting as a bloc? The answer is absolutely nothing. Everyone votes for those people or parties who they think best represents their interests. And that is what the Muslim community is doing too, using their vote as their voice. The idea is just to track what data from consecutive election results, especially over the last 5 to 6 years, are telling us. That the Congress is now the default party of choice of Muslims and does enjoy their trust and support. Now it will be interesting to see how this trend shapes the politics of the days to come.